Hey parents, happy Teenager Tuesday. Welcome to part 2 of a parent's guide on privacy. What do you do? Last week we kind of talked through a few different things of why privacy matters, kind of defining it out, some anxiety that maybe you feel or haven't felt. This week I want to talk, if you haven't listened to the first episode, go back and do that. Go back, listen to the first episode, kind of get these next thoughts in context. And then also, if we haven't met, my name is Will Perry. I'm the lead student pastor at Hope. And if I could ever do anything for you and your family, I would love to talk. All right, let's jump into privacy. Now, what I want to do right now is talk about helping between parent and teenager, building a foundation of trust. Dr. Wilgus, it sounds like, I get nervous saying his name. I don't know why. Dr. Wilgus says this in his book, Feeding the Mouth That Bites You. The goal of disciplining a child is obedience. However, the goal of disciplining a teenager is responsibility. I love that. I'm going to say it one more time. The goal of disciplining a child is obedience. The goal of disciplining a teenager is responsibility. I love that idea of looking through the lens of any disciplining, any conversation, any consequences that we have, that our teenager has, is through the lens of we are trying to teach you responsibility, not just behavior. Responsibility is better. Instead of focusing solely on limits, I believe this helps parents proactively help their student become more trustworthy, not just better behaving in front of parents. Now, what could that look like? Number one, modeling honesty. If they demonstrate how to admit mistakes, they're showing, they're open with confessions, they bring something to you. I think that is a beautiful starting point if they're already modeling honesty. If they're not modeling honesty, that's a good starting point to get to when it comes to handing off more and more autonomy, privacy, etc. Number 2, establish a privacy charter. I thought of maybe saying contract here, but charter sounds cool too. Establishing a privacy charter. This is essentially, it's just having a family agreement on defining specific boundaries. Boundaries, freedoms, when can they just make the decision? When is it a family expectation? Even like, a lot of families, the phone is not private. Parents have students sign contracts that say they can look through your phone at any point, at any time. Personally, I actually like that. I talked with some parents last month about how they did that. They found some stuff found out some stuff was going on. They were able to address it with their kid. I like that. However, is that in the contract? Is there any place that a student can put their privacy, their thoughts in private? Like, if we say, okay, there's a journal in your room, and I will not look at that journal. Okay, I agree. It's just defining what are the boundaries for privacy, and where is it like, hey, that's not actually privacy, that's protection, and I'm gonna keep you safe there. Establishing a privacy charter, just getting on the same page. All right, number 3, link freedom with responsibility. Link those freedoms. One thing we like to tell parents of incoming 6th graders is it is a great goal to sit your teenager down and say, my goal for you is that your senior year, you have no rules. However, in order to get there, I need to see that I can trust you along the way. And it's linking that freedom to the idea of responsibility. Help students see that increased privacy comes with greater obligations. It just does. It comes with greater consequences. It just comes with more responsibility. But if we link freedom to responsibility, we can also teach the consequences are also linked to your freedom. So how responsible will you be with that freedom, with that autonomy, with that privacy? Next one. Create a circle of trust. Encourage students to talk with other Christ-centered mentors. family, friends, coaches, small group leaders at church, mentors, whatever that looks like. If they feel uncomfortable sharing something with you, give them an avenue to begin to process it before they bring it to you. Maybe they won't be able to say it very well at the beginning, but there's a family friend, they like them. You can point them and say like, hey, if you need to process something before you talk with us about it, talk with them first and then come and talk with us. That doesn't mean your teenager doesn't talk with you. That means your student is even more prepared for that conversation because they had someone that you trust, parent, help them process it and then come to you. So it's that idea of like the circle of trust. Last one on this, practical mutual transparency. If a parent requires access to a student's phone, password, great. They might consider offering their own, to show that making the rules, how do I say this? Practical mutual transparency. Will parents be as transparent about avenues of privacy or not? It's basically the idea of, will a student, are they the only ones that ever has to be honest? Or will parents be? Will parents be transparent? Or is that only the expectation on students? Again, what does that look like for your family? I think that just depends on the family. We have to figure that out. But I think if we only put the expectation on you, teenager who's developing, but never showing, this is how I do this. This is how we do this. This is what me and your dad do. This is what me and your stepmom do. Like, without practicing this mutual transparency, even with our students, I think we're hitting detrimental waters or treacherous waters that are too close to hypocrisy, in my opinion. Again, your family, I'm trying to speak in generalities to a lot of people. Okay. Tips for moving forward. Another quote from Dr. Ken Wilgus. Giving freedom in an area of your teenager's life does not mean you will no longer influence that area. It increases your influence through communication and eliminates control battles that you can't win in the first place. I love that. As students grow, the transition from constant supervision to independence requires this gradual shift over time. And here are some thoughts that kind of can help with that gradual shift over time. Number one, celebrate confession. Let's make sure that confession and being caught are different in response, different in consequences. Celebrate confession. That vulnerability and honesty is incredibly valuable. Number two, presume trust. Start with the assumption that your teenager will eventually be worthy of trust. Maybe not now, but presume that trust is in the future, okay? Next one, focus on preparation, not only reward. View privacy as privilege. It's a privilege. It's as a training ground for the real world, not just rewarding good behavior. I think that's a better lens for us to look at it in, as I am preparing, I'm not just rewarding. Next thing, it is a gradually release. Carve out this middle ground where students can kind of practice self-regulation while still under your care and guidance. It doesn't have to be cold turkey. And it's like, go out and make all of the wrong mistakes, but then come tell me about it. It can be a gradual release. So don't feel the pressure to do it too quickly. Also feel a little bit of pressure to just do nothing. All right, next one. The parent as, view you, the parent, as a relay runner. We're a relay runner. View godly parenting as a relay, where the goal is to pass down a legacy of values, of faith, of good practices, of our faith in practice, and eventually letting the baton go and letting the student run with God on their own. Next one, encourage spiritual privacy. If no other place, this can be a great place where your student has intimacy with the Lord, a prayer life, I just feel like I can't, and you invade everything. It's like, I don't know what you're praying. Like, if for nowhere else, you can support your student by having private time with the Lord and building a personal relationship that extends beyond parental influence. That is a great place for spiritual privacy. I want to read one verse and encourage you with one thing. 3 verses. Psalms 139 verses 1 through 3 says, "You have searched me, Lord, and know me. You know where I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going on and my lying down. You are familiar with all of my ways." Thank the Lord that he does not give us the privacy of loneliness. This psalm is talking about how God is near us, searching us, and knows our thoughts better than us. So in this idea of like, we need alone, we need privacy, we need people out of it, the truth, the God graceful truth is that we are never exclusively private from our Lord, which is a beautiful thing. And I'm thankful for that. My goodness, I'm thankful that one day my teenage daughters will understand that as well. This is a guide, and I hope this has been helpful. And if there's anything else that I can do for you and your family, let me know. As always, though, remember, parents, you can do this. You're not alone. God is with you, and so are we. Have a great week.